Long sleeves, are you kidding me?
It's only feels like 103 degrees outside, but it's nice and chilly in here. I don't know. Yep. Welcome back, everyone. This is another Void City Reviews podcast thing.
Yeah.
Where we just talk about a bunch of stuff because it doesn't really fit anywhere else. That's pretty much what we do.
So besides Batwoman, because we're going to talk about Batwoman at some point, what else are we talking about?
Oh, we can talk about a whole bunch of things today. You had something about the backing pieces in McFarlane Toys.
Oh.
The cardboards, I believe. I could talk about...
You haven't opened this figure.
I haven't. I have it still in the box.
This
We're
is
going to be looking at it soon.
The Superman Doomsday 2-pack. Please tell me what is happening in this image.
Oh, what's happening in it?
What are we looking at?
Okay, well, this is for the class. So here's a building. There's some rubble. There's like a little gargoyle on the steps. There's steps going up the building. So there's a building there. There's a big pipe coming out of the building for some reason.
Right.
So we're just gonna. And another building. Lots of giant security cameras.
Look, take a closer look at this building here.
This building here.
Maybe turn that around.
Yep. It appears to be much more in the background, but then doesn't continue past this girder here. But it's way further back and it's...
Yes, those two buildings are not on the same plane.
No, not even remotely.
This is clearly a front door, except...
But this has another one of these big tractors in front of it.
This is a roof.
Yeah.
So you get like the bottom half of a door. There's possibly an L-style I-beam in the middle of a road.
Yeah.
With security cameras. And like this is skyline, but this is street level. This vehicle has two wheels. You can tell if this is the same vehicle, there's no third wheel in the back.
Yeah, there should be more of it coming out the other side behind this based on the size. What?
The utter nonsense of this makes me believe it was AI generated. I don't know who would actually draw this thing.
Look at it though. Look at the lines. It looks like they took a background in a panel that was maybe this big on a comic page, and this was the background in it, which was like this big, and they went and made it huge.
I don't know.
Where teeny tiny, you're never going to look at it. It's not going to make sense. You shouldn't make a thumbnail into the background though. That's a 1.5 by a foot tall.
Utter nonsense.
Yeah, it's like word pasta, but an illustration
of
it.
Like in isolation, you can tell what things are.
Yeah.
And then you look at the whole picture and you're like, none of this goes together.
See, I thought you were going to be upset that they put all this glue all over it and make it useless. And like, why include this big printed thing if you're going to have to rip stuff off it and ruin it? But this doesn't even make sense.
I asked my wife, and she also had no idea.
AI generated. Oh boy.
I can't imagine someone actually drew that.
I can't imagine they should be proud of it if they did. Oof. Yeah, this is and we're gonna have to take some photos of this one. Throw that on for the creeps to see that one. That's yeah, that's what you do with that.
I've been holding on to, I ordinarily throw out all the packaging. This thing I've been holding on to for weeks, just so I could have a conversation about it. Because I'm like, this, somebody needs to talk about this. I don't give a shit about classic Wonder Woman. But the cardboard trash,
yeah,
I need to have a conversation. Priorities.
Oh man.
So, Batwoman?
Batwoman. Yeah, so they announced, two 2-packs for Amazon. Well, there's a 2-pack and a 3-pack.
Yes.
The 2-pack, basically Action Comics 1000 Superman with different paint. And it comes with the atomic skull. Mm-hmm. He looks cool. I have no idea who he is, but he looks cool.
He does look cool.
And then there's the 3-pack, which has
a long-time leak list entry.
Yes.
Clayface.
A little bit repainted. He looked a little bit more detailed. A little less like a big turd, but
darker, I think. Maybe like there's a wash, some
Maybe. I
differentiation.
hope they did something. And then it's Rebirth Batman,
Yeah.
but lighter,
Yes.
a lot lighter, and Batwoman.
Right.
Finally.
Finally.
But you have to get those 2 other figures,
That most people probably already have.
or didn't want. If your one whole wall at Walmart was any indication, I'll throw that photo up again.
Oh, yes.
So many.
Still there.
So many.
They're not taking up an entire end cap anymore. The end cap is now Ninja Turtles, but those figures are still there, still covered in dust. I was there a couple weeks ago.
And they're
'cause-
not even clearance?
No.
That's insanity.
I forgot something and I needed to go to a Walmart. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Walmart is...
Terrible.
I went there once. I will never go to that parking lot again.
That's fair.
I legit thought I was going to have to get out and start fighting some people. Like, it was that bad. This parking lot, it was like I entered the Thunderdome. Like I was in a Mad Max movie.
So when I go there, it's usually I go because I'm getting a haircut, and I park by the haircut place and then just walk to the store instead of dealing with the other nonsense.
Yeah, because that's... Oh,
It's not good.
no.
But Batwoman.
Batwoman.
So, I don't know your opinion. I saw Batwoman. I like Batwoman as a character.
Yes, as do I.
I've wanted a figure of her. I got the Mattel one from years ago. I'm like, oh great, McFarlane's doing one. I don't have to make a custom.
Right?
I saw Batwoman, and my first thought, because my second thought was, I could make a better one. My first thought was, I think I'm done collecting this line.
Whoa. What?
I think I'm just done.
You're going to have to explain to me what's that bad about it.
She just...
It could look better,
It could look better.
but I'm hoping, as is usually the case, that it's just dumb McFarlane photographer again who doesn't know how to take photos that make figures look good ever.
I think part of it is posing. 'cause
Oh, it's posed. Every single picture of it, it looks so stupid.
the ankles look terrible, but also kind of the feet, and then there's a shoulder clasp thing for the cape, and I'm just like, other than the head, I don't want any part of that figure.
It looks posed terrible. Putting that stupid grapnel in its hand, and it looks like a page puncher the way they pose it. It looks like it only articulates at the shoulders and at like the hips, and that's it. Like the way they even stood it, its legs are just like straight out, and its feet aren't even like posed to be flat on the floor. They're like, it's just balanced on just balance points. It looks like the person who did it had no idea, like they'd never posed an action figure before.
It looks awful.
So my hope is that it won't look that bad in person, and that it can be painted to look better, which usually is your specialty. But at the same time, I don't want to get 3 dumb figures for $70 or whatever just to get that one figure and hope it's good.
Right. Yes.
So
all of
my
that.
hope is for a single re-release at some point, even if it's a gold label somewhere, that will maybe be a bit improved, come with some extra stuff, and not have 2 figures I have already and don't want again. And also, maybe it will look better.
Maybe.
But yeah, the fact that even it's on Amazon, so I can't even look at it first.
Yeah, true. Right.
Not a fan of that.
Amazon exclusive.
Which also sadly means it'll probably ship a month or 2 after it's supposed to, because they apparently have a lot of problems getting
Lately.
their McFarlane stuff in.
Yeah, there's a lot of complaints lately. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's always complaints, but specifically recently
Yeah. Yes.
about shipping delays.
Yeah. And it's stuff you usually hear about Target and Walmart. Now all of a sudden it's Amazon also. So somewhere at the top of this pipeline there's a blockage, and they need to investigate this. Figure it out.
I'm no longer in logistics, so I don't know. Could be a port, could be ships. I don't know.
It's probably all of those
I'm out of
things.
it.
I imagine it's lack of labor. Just no one wants to work anymore.
There's that at every level of society,
Yes.
I think.
Yes. Everywhere. It's bad. So that's fun.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I think it looked okay, but
I'm not spending $70 for a figure that I'm not enthused about.
No.
And I think I'm done just buying like a DC McFarlane line.
I'm sure there's something that will come out that you'll want again.
I'm sure, like, Young Justice, I think I'll keep up with. Like, I was never all in on Marvel Legends. I have somewhat select
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
just the guys you wanted. Like the
Spider
teams you
adjacent.
wanted.
And then Cosmic, which I think Cosmic is done mostly. Spider-Man is almost done. So yeah, I
Do you
think
need anyone else?
I think I'm moving into. I would like Cardiac if we're talking Spider-Man.
No, I don't care. I don't know anything about Spider-Man other than the movies.
If they reissue Chameleon, I'd be tempted by that because I didn't have the other Chameleon, and I feel like they might do an animated Chameleon, which would fit in well enough.
Yeah.
But that shelf is maxed out on space, and I'd have to take somebody else off in order to make room for Chameleon, so I don't know what I'm going to do. That's a future problem. But I would still get, so likely Young Justice characters from McFarlane. I don't know who else. I don't know. I would get a Velzad if he does one, and it looks good. That's really the deciding factors. Like, I get excited about leak lists.
Oh yeah, and then you see them, and it's.
I'm like, never mind.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah, even me, get every McFarlane figure has stopped for unless it's like special or it's a character I really enjoy.
That's for the best.
There has been a lot lately where I just look at him and I'm like, I
Or
don't even
it's-
have shelves to put them on right now.
Or there's a single release Bane who winds up being McFarlane 3-pack exclusive.
Yeah, unless you order them from Amazon UK and then you'll still be waiting, like we were just talking about, like you are right now.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think I'm largely done, and instead I'm focusing on repaints. So I just bought the Leonard APC, which I'm repainting.
Yeah.
It's
You
why my
did-
hands
you got
are
that?
covered in paint this morning.
Did that come with an alien?
It came with a human that does not fit into either seat like he should. So the driver's seat.
Well, the vehicle is like so small compared to the person.
But
it's
the
not
driver's
scale.
seat, his arms, he's like what's his face? Ralphie?
Yeah, no, his little brother.
I always think of Louis Anderson, but they did the same joke.
Yeah, can't put my arms down.
So he won't fit in the driver's seat because his arms don't go down. And there's a post, there's a like back seat, and if you put him in there, there's a post where the foot goes. So he'll go into the seat but sideways. And I'm like,
Why?
why did you do either of these things?
Oh my God.
Anyway, I'm painting an APC, and I'm having the time of my life. I'm using, nobody knows this yet, but I'm using the Sandman, that like textured paint.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on the APC.
Oh, so it's gonna look awesome.
So I'm
actually-
painting, it's on the ground, and I'm painting like this. So I'm just getting like a dusting. Oh my God.
That's gonna look amazing.
Anyway.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
So I think I'm moving into a more customizing era of toys where I will get something, I will repaint it, and if it's not something that I'm keeping, I'm gonna get it out of the house. So we might, I don't want to promise anything, start doing some giveaways.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Have some type of contest and then give away some repainted stuff.
That sounds pretty cool.
But I think that's where I'm moving into.
Yeah.
And I guess Batwoman was the straw that broke me.
Oh, Batwoman. A character with such a goofy origin, has become so awesome, and now turned into a mediocre figure that ruined a line for you.
It's a great comic, though.
Yeah.
Like, you could still read the comic.
Yeah. Don't watch the show.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to limp back into the customizing scene as well. I've been working on several for a long time now. One project has been halted because I just saw a new figure coming out with a better piece for it that I probably won't have to repaint.
Oh.
And I was worried about repainting this piece because there's a lot of moving parts and there'd be a lot of paint rub, so it really wouldn't work. But now that'll happen just at a later date. Just had the last couple of weeks from hell though, so that's been fun trying to get by all that fun stuff to get back into doing this again. So that's fun.
Yeah, we were supposed to meet up last week, and
Oh yeah.
problems.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to meet up couples of times.
Right.
A couple weeks back, I got a cyst on my eyeball. That was fun. No,
No.
Maybe I'll throw a warning.
Oh God.
Warning.
Oh God.
Maybe there will be a picture of that right here. Have fun with that one, guys. Oh, please don't unsubscribe. After that, let's see what else happened. Yeah, then I somehow dislocated a rib while I was sleeping.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was fun. So that was about 2 weeks ago now, and that, in the process of being undislocated, caused a back spasm, which basically resulted in 2 or 3 days of me just lying there feeling like I was being stabbed from both sides, front and back, in the chest, right in the lung, anytime I did anything. So I couldn't even sleep. Like, I had to build like a chair on the floor out of like pillows and blankets and cushions and just kind of sleep sort of propped up like sideways because I couldn't lie on my back without not being able to breathe whatsoever.
Oh my God.
That was good. And then like a week after that happened, in my stupor of pain, I forgot that, in my new place I live, I need a parking pass. I don't have like my own driveway. And I thought I had another week on it that it didn't. So I went to go out and go to work, and my car wasn't there. So that was a fun adventure. Dan gets his tar. I can't say that sentence without saying it in reverse. I got my tar code. My tar got code. My car got towed. It's the first time I think I've ever said that successfully since it happened. It's so stressful. My brain just can't. So I got to have that adventure. First time in my life. I've never had that happen before. I plan on never having it happen again.
Have I? I don't think so.
You don't. It's not convenient. No. And then your car has fun. Check engine light and traction control don't work anymore. And now there's flat spots in the tires because you have to drag it out of the spot because it's a crappy old tow truck and pull it out backwards while it was in park. And all fun things you're not supposed to do with a car that's already kind of
not great.
It needs some love. And now it needs a little more.
Okay.
So that's fun. So that's been just a whole fun time, just full of just fun things.
Fun things.
Stressful, great, fun, just so much fun. So much money. Oh my God.
But now we get to talk about toys.
Yes, toys again. Thank God. It makes it a lot better. A lot better.
Is there anything else to talk about before we get into toys and books and things? We haven't seen Blue Beetle. Can't talk about that.
Haven't seen Blue Beetle. Don't really know if I plan on seeing Blue Beetle. Nothing against Blue Beetle. I like the character. I like the Jaime version of it, which, by the way, I'll admit this here on the show. Up until about, when trailers came out for that movie, I thought his name was Jamie.
Nope.
Because I'm an idiot from America. Now I know it's not. But
actually,
either way,
I had a Jaime coworker when I was out in California, so I was aware.
We had a Jaime on Void, but it spelled it with an H and completely wrong, and my dumb brain thought that's how you spelled Jaime.
No.
Because I'm an idiot.
No.
So yeah, I'll see it when it's on Max. I don't want it as my first trip back to a theater. Still haven't gone back yet.
That's ridiculous.
Still don't. Why?
There are good things to see in a theater.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. The whole theater experience just doesn't. The more I think about it, just doesn't seem like it's for me anymore. I don't know. It'd be different if it was like you and a bunch of friends or whatever, and no other idiots. Like it's like Rick and Wilson, like a bunch of people that were fun to go to a movie with. Yes, but it's always like you and maybe one other person, and then a bunch of a-holes who don't remember they paid $20 to $40 to $80 to be there that night, depending on how many people they came with, and ruin it for everybody.
Yes.
And I don't want to look at 800 people's cell phone screens right underneath the big screen. And that's all you can see anymore. I don't know.
We saw Barbie 2 days ago, and there were a total of 5 people in the theater, including
That's
my wife
because everyone saw it already.
Well,
those are probably people who are coming back to see it again.
But yeah, the choice was, I think, Barbie at 5:30 or Ninja Turtles at 6:30, and I said 5:30, regardless of what the movie was. And 4 people. But when we bought tickets, I think 2 were sold for Ninja Turtles and 1 was sold for Barbie. So Ninja Turtles is at this point 2 weeks old, and there's nobody at a theater at 6:30 on a weekday, which is maybe what weekday, I don't know.
I just personally don't feel like you can gauge how good a movie is anymore based on how many people see it in the theater. I think there's too many people like me now, for whatever reason, they just don't want to go to a theater.
Yes.
I mean, plus, so many, like, it's going to be streaming in what, 4 to 6 weeks tops? I can wait.
I don't know. But the question is, where is it going to be streaming? And do you subscribe to that? And
there's always a free trial somewhere, or someone who has it.
So I'll probably see it because I want to, and my wife wants to see movies generally more than I do, which is already saying a lot. So we'll probably go, and I think at this point we're going to be lucky that not many people are there, which is nice.
That is nice. That used to be the nice thing about going, and I used to work overnights, was going right after work in the morning, right when it opened, be at the first showing, and there's no one there.
Yeah, that's nice too.
And that's fun. But I don't have that schedule anymore.
But I generally walk into a theater expecting to yell at somebody because there's going to be some idiot.
Shut your trap and stop kicking the seats! We're trying to watch the movie! And if I have to tell you again, we're gonna take it outside and I'm gonna show you what it's like! You understand me? Now shut your mouths or I'll shut them for you. And if you think I'm kidding, just try me. Try me. Because I would love it!
Yeah.
And I think...
But nowadays, you don't want to yell at people.
I don't.
Because...
Right.
Yeah.
So there was actually, I think at Rise of the Beast, I wound up kicking the seat of the guy in front of me because he was pulling out his phone every 5 minutes, and he did not respond to yelling to put his phone away. And then he wanted to throw down in the aisle, and I'm like, sit your ass down, you're with your kids. It escalated quickly.
What? What?
Yes.
How is this not a story we're telling? What?
This is me telling you
You
right
were
now.
throwing down in the theater?
Who
is this person?
I was avoiding throwing down.
Not very well.
No.
I'm gonna quote Charlie when Mac is dying in the bed.
He's hanging on. Doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't sound like you were avoiding it very well.
No.
So what happened? Like, did he sit his ass down?
He sit his ass down and he put his phone away.
Maybe he thought you were implying like you're with your children and they're not going to want to see what I'm going to do to you if you don't sit your ass down right now. Did you have that look like you gave that lady at the hotel at that one convention where they didn't have the table that we paid for? And you went over by yourself and talked to her for about 30 seconds and all the color drained out of her face and she walked away. And then suddenly we had a table in the best spot there could be. And she kind of disappeared.
I don't know. But he sat down and he kept his phone in his pocket.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I'm saying don't generally kick the chair of this person in front of you.
No.
But that's where I'm mentally at when I walk into a theater. I expect I'm going to yell at somebody because there's going to be an asshole. And that's not how I want to feel seeing a movie.
Right.
And it's part of why I don't go specifically to that theater anymore. Anyway. Don't get into fights at movie theaters because you might get shot. Literally.
Yeah. You might get unalived is what you're supposed to say on YouTube. I don't know. Whatever. Toys and books.
Is this why my is this why my videos don't get more views? Because I don't conform to whatever the rest of YouTube is doing.
I think that's why our whole channel doesn't get more views. Because we're kind of doing our own thing, and I'm fine with that.
We're speaking our mind.
What?
I don't know.
So yes, movie theaters just, yeah. I like to stream in my house. Also, it gives me more of a chance to edit all of these videos, of which I now have a lot. And I need to keep editing, and if I'm at a theater, I can't do that. So
Oh, that's true.
I can just stream stuff from my phone next to my screen.
Oh, that's... Oh,
Or a tablet or another screen or the TV or wherever, you know.
Ideally, a TV. I can't believe...
Yeah, but then if it's on the TV, then I'm going to be pulled away from the editing screen and the TV. But if it's on the phone, I can just be like, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. It's a huge screen. Every time you see my phone, you're like, look, it's huge.
It still shouldn't watch it.
I'll watch the Spider-Verse on the television.
Thank
Don't
you.
worry. Don't
Holy
worry.
cow.
It's usually more for stuff where like you don't. I mean, like live action movie. Where
You'd be
it's just,
like
people talking. Who cares?
Pause and then pinch zoom. Who's that in the background? Yes, watch the Spider-Verse on a television.
I will. Oh, don't worry. I still can't wait for that one. I gotta see that. I still haven't seen Guardians 3 yet. It's the only Marvel movie I think I've cared about since Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
Yeah, there's like ones I've forgotten even happened. I don't care about them. Like Eternals, I forget is a thing all the time. Shang-Chi, I forget is a thing all the time. I've almost gotten to the point where I can forget Ant-Man 3 is a thing, and I would just love to do that.
Yeah. All of that.
Love and Thunder could just go away. Just go away.
That one too.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Doctor Strange, in the script of madness, like
It's terrible.
everything we set up with these characters, we'll just, all of it, we'll forget all of it and make a dumb movie with Sam Raimi. Okay.
And the one you legitimately forgot was Black Widow.
I haven't seen that either. And what's the point? Maybe to see the Thunderbolts, if that ever happens?
Every other scene is good. Yes.
Unless there's special effects in it.
No, because I think the family stuff doesn't have special effects.
That's good.
Unless it's aging. But, you know, every other scene is good, just not the action scenes. The family stuff is great, though. It's the only reason to see that movie. It's a good cast, a terrible script.
I also haven't watched any of the shows, the newer shows, since like Falcon and Winter Soldier, I don't think.
Well, even
I want to see What If, but I haven't watched She-Hulk. I haven't watched...
First season of What If is good.
Yeah, What If was great. But
I'm waiting
all
for
the other
season 2.
shows, I want to see Loki season 2. That was nice. But like She-Hulk, didn't care.
I'll watch Loki season 2.
What
but
other shows? I don't even care about them. Secret Invasion? Oh God, who cares?
No, don't.
I just read things about what happened in the very first episode, and I'm like, nope, I don't even want. And then I saw scenes from the last episode, and oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Right, that's the only response.
Just take your Game of Thrones money and be happy, and don't do anything. Don't do. Oh God.
Don't do that.
Oh.
Don't do that, though. Loki. So the only reason that I think I made it through season 1 is Hiddleston.
Oh, Owen Wilson?
No.
You don't like Owen Wilson?
I mean, he's all right. He's very Owen Wilson. But now there's going to be Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. That's a guy I work with brought up a good point. Like, and we were sort of talking about this too. It's going to be hard for me to watch that because I have to catch up on like 10 years of cartoons and other shows to know anything about all these new characters that are suddenly live action. Like I have to watch Clone Wars, all gazillion seasons of that, and then I have to watch. Oh, it's him.
You again.
Yeah.
See? He came back here with food.
Only every
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I was coming back here to eat.
Yeah. This is the eating place.
Yeah.
So what are you discussing today?
Bunch of shit at the moment. Ahsoka.
So,
Oh, are you going to?
no.
Okay.
Yeah. So you fit right into this discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to watch all the cartoons. Like, not having seen it, I don't know. I would expect some backstory to be given.
I would hope that they don't just assume, oh, here's a name and a face, match that to the cartoon character. I don't know.
I don't care. But I'm going to hear about it from John and Berg.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun. I can't wait.
And then you'll get to review the toys.
Let's move on.
Yes, let's move on. That's what we think about Star Wars currently.
Let's not go down a Star Wars road, because it is unending and it doesn't end. Speaking of Star Wars, Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon. You have thoughts about that one. God. I would love to hear some of those.
It's so, like the
We,
the trailer is so terrible.
last time we talked, you didn't even know it existed. Now you've seen the trailer. And,
I knew it existed.
Oh, man.
So I knew it was coming, but having seen the trailer, it's both so glorious and terrible. It needs to be beheld. Like, I can describe it, but unless you actually experience it.
This is like only like a minute long. Like what?
Probably 2.
You said it had like Harry Potter feels and Dune and
Yes.
all sorts of like every other movie but Star Wars.
No, Star Wars, because they definitely have lightsabers, but also it's Jupiter Ascending.
I bet you they're laser swords.
And John Carter. So, you know.
Oh, John Carter. Oh,
all the best
no.
ingredients.
Best? What?
Yes.
Best? Oh, I see. That was sarcasm.
Yes.
Ah.
All the best ingredients. Jupiter's. If I mentioned Jupiter Ascending, that should give you a clue.
I missed Jupiter Ascending. John Carter blinded my senses with rage that it even existed. Jupiter Ascending, that was just a sad, sad state of affairs. That poor movie. That's like the only time I've ever been sad to see Chicago in a movie. It was like, why couldn't you have just been New York or Los Angeles like every other crappy movie? Oh, besmirch my poor city. I feel like we've run out of topics that make us exclaim out loud today.
Yes.
Yes.
Until we start talking about some choice.
Oh, God. But we'll talk about those separately.
Yep.
So those will be different videos, and you can watch those in a different playlist of reviews. So we got some stuff we're going to look at. In the meantime, though, everybody, don't sleep on your elbow and pop your ribs out. Don't get cysts in your eyeballs. Renew your parking passes. Don't kick people in the back in the theater. Don't throw down in the movie theater, especially. And don't make him regret it in front of his children. What else did we learn today? Cardboard. Don't put things on cardboard that don't make sense. That's just not cool.
Brought to you by the letter R for regret.
Oh, this has been the Floyd City Reviews podcast. I'm Dan.
I'm Toast.
Maybe we'll see you again. Oh.